It's 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening. It's so fun in games until it doesn't. Toss me out, I'll hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller you fade out. Hop up in the window.
You
to paint me like a no-name. So sorry, but we're not the same. No, we're not the same. Boo-hoo, poor you, please forgive me, cause I don't feel any pity. I'm fed up with lies, you wanted my demise, now you're watching me rise.
Oops, I'm here. Good evening. I don't know what that song was. It's on a random, it's not on a random playlist, it's on the playlist I always use the first one from, but whatever. How are we? I'm knackered. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit lost now because I saw everyone talking about the music. It's double game week 23. You thought you'd get through 1 week without a double game week or a postponement, but no, it's not happening. I need to turn the music down. So we got Watford. It's not necessarily the most exciting double game week, but it's what we've got to work with. So yeah, let me bring my team up. Love the headphones. I need some new headphones, but there's something. I just have to wait for something first before I can order them. I'm gonna get some in-ear ones. I think I'm gonna get some AirPods. Does that make me a douchebag? It might do. Does anyone use the word douchebag anymore? David, Son to Raphinha. Would you -4 for Pookie to Watkins? No, probably not. I mean, Pookie's got Watford, right? It's a good fixture. So probably not, no. Yanks, thank you very much. Keep up the gym videos on Instagram. I might do. I've got... okay, let's not get into a headphone conversation now, right? Let's not get into a headphone conversation right now. Super chats are rolling in. I'll try and get to them as soon as possible. There's a lot to talk about, right? There's a lot to talk about. Rannick is as bad as Ragnarok. The funny thing is, right... Last stream we were talking about Ragnarok, and someone tried to spoil a film that I'd already watched, Infinity War, but I hadn't seen Endgame at the time. But they tried to spoil a film that I'd already seen, and then I ended up watching Endgame, so it doesn't even matter now. So nice try, whoever that was that got blocked, but it is what it is. And I also, fun fact, today there was a question on The Chase. And it was it was something like the fictional place Wakanda. Why do I think that sounds weird? Wakanda? No, it's Wakanda, isn't it? Anyway, if you've seen Marvel, you'll know which continent is it based in. And I got the question right, so it was worth watching all those movies. Ronaldo. Okay, where's my team? Wakanda, yeah, Wakanda. But it sounds weird when I say it. Wakanda. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Anyway, this is my team. I haven't made any changes yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably going to keep Ronaldo. I think if I sell anyone, it's actually going to be Antonio to Dennis or João Pedro. But João Pedro is a bit of a punt. I'm going to captain King either way. Even if I bring in Dennis, I'm going to captain King. The only reason I might do Antonio to Dennis is because I'm going to need some money soon to probably get Bruno Fernandes in at the same time as Ronaldo, because Man United now might have a double in 25. Rangnick basically hinted that was going to happen. But I don't even know if Ronaldo's going to be fit. He's got this neck injury. I think the fact that Cavani's also a doubt, I feel like Ronaldo will probably play, but I don't know for certain. I'm just hoping, I guess. Selling Antonio for Dennis, I hate it too. But I don't know. It all revolves around that game week 25. I feel like I could have Ronaldo and Fernandes for that. The only thing is, Antonio's fixtures are so good after this week. It's like Watford, Newcastle, Leicester, or something like that. So good. But the one move I don't really want to do now, I kind of do want to do it, is Gray to Raphinha. I'm still considering that, but there's probably going to be no double in 24, right? At least that's what Ben reckons. So then it's game week 25. So I've already got Ronaldo. But I don't have a great route to get to Fernandes as well. I guess I don't need both, right? I only need to captain one. But a lot of people are going to go for Fernandes captain now. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I could still do Greater Raphinha. I don't think it's that bad of a move and just bench Trossard. The thing is, if Man United are doubling in 25, then that means that Man United and Brighton will double in 25. So Brighton could have back-to-back doubles. So I know Trossard looks really bad. And he is really bad. But if he's going to have a double in 25 and 26, I know he doesn't play in 24, but I might as well keep him. That's the thing. There isn't really a Bruno in 25 route unless I sell Ronaldo or Antonio. I guess I don't have to do it this week. This is the problem with not being able to plan right. We think there's going to be a double in 25. We don't know for sure. Like if I knew that I wasn't going to own Antonio in 25, then I'd probably just do it now and just hope for the best against Watford. Like next week, if I don't own Salah, which is possible now, I'm just going to captain Bowen against Watford. That will be my captain next week. So I don't necessarily need Antonio, but I also don't really want to get rid of him. The thing with Dennis is he's going to be over 100% effective ownership, which means if I don't captain him, I'm going to want him to blank anyway. Like, FPL is so stupid sometimes. But because if Dennis is captained by enough people, which he almost certainly will be, I think his effective ownership last week was 68 or something like that %. He's definitely going to be over 100 this week. So if I bring him in and captain King, I'm then hoping that Dennis blanks. Like, it just doesn't feel great. So I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. The whole thing's a mess. And do you know what's really annoying is, I had a look at my missus' team earlier. Her team's like better than mine. It's just better. I was like, no, you don't have to make a transfer. She's already got she's got Raphinha already. She's got, is it De Bruyne maybe? Oh no, she had Fernandes last week. She got 95 points last week, including Cancelo benched. And like my team's just a load of rubbish. Triple captain dead. I don't like triple captain this week. I preferred triple captain last week, to be honest. But go for it if you want to. So I'm better at managing other people's teams than I am my own one. Mrs. set up a YouTube channel. She could. I don't know what her overall rank is, but I think it might be better than mine now. That's such a nightmare. So I don't know. Antonio to Dennis could happen. The thing with Antonio is he's got no games to rearrange. There's no double game weeks coming. I don't know. It could even end up wildcarding next week. I think it's possible. I think it's a possibility. But like literally, West Ham's next 3 fixtures after Man United, Watford, Leicester, Newcastle. It's about as good as it gets. So I don't really want to get rid of him. I guess I don't. Like I said earlier, I don't necessarily need Ronaldo and Fernandes, but I do have a route to get to that for Game Week 25. So we'll see. I'm currently playing Trossard over Gray. Yeah. I think most of that's down to Leicester's defence. Pretty bad, to be honest. Dues on a wild card. Nothing in the bank. Is there anyone I should have but don't? De Gea, Foster. I got to be honest, right? I will say this. I've barely given wild card a thought. So I don't know if Coutinho is massively needed, but fair enough if you want him. Broja, is that a great option? Possibly not. Martinelli, yeah, it's good. I would try and get Cucurella instead of Lamptey. I know you got nothing in the bank, but maybe if you could switch things around. Broja, he's okay, I guess. But I don't think Southampton's fixtures are that good, are they? I feel like I've forgotten about Southampton because there's so much double stuff going on. Yeah, Man City, Spurs, Man United. I mean, the fixtures after that are pretty good. I guess he's cheap as well. Son to De Bruyne as a placeholder for Salah or roll the transfer. Who would you bench out of Gray, Tony, and Bowen? I wouldn't bench Bowen. Probably bench Gray. Son to De Bruyne. I mean, you've already got a benching headache. Like, you could just play them all and just not do Son to De Bruyne, but you are going to want to use the transfer next week anyway. Like, the thing is, it's not guaranteed that Salah plays in Game Week 24. It's not guaranteed. He probably will, but it's not guaranteed. So you could do Son to De Bruyne and keep him for 2 weeks, and then switch to Fernandes in Game Week 25 if he doubles. So I probably would do Son to De Bruyne this week. So I think De Bruyne is better than all those options. And you possibly got a captain against Brentford. The only thing is, I think Champions League starts back up in February, so it might mean a bit more rotation. Dennis for Calvert-Lewin or roll? I'd probably just roll, to be honest. Especially if you've already got King to captain. I don't think you need 2 Watford forwards. I get why people are loving it, because the fixtures are good. Like they are about as good as it gets. It is tempting. Is FPL getting more frustrating? Like that, I can't be honest, right? We get a double game week announcement, fine, right? We can all react to it. A lot of us have already got Watford forwards anyway. It's not too bad. Then you start working out plans. You see the press conference. There's nothing wrong with it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Ronaldo's now a doubt. It's like, come on, just give us a break. I just want a couple of days to think about my team instead of having to think of everything on Friday when we get all the news. That's what's like making it such a nightmare at the moment. We're not even getting the news in advance, right? Just give us the double game week news for the next few weeks. Let us make a plan. Like right now, it doesn't even feel like you should plan more than this week. That's another reason I think I should just do Antonio to Dennis, because who the hell knows what's going to happen in game week 24? It's annoying. It's annoying. Who to bench? Saka, Bowen, Silva, Calvert-Lewin, or Antonio? That's hard. Probably Silva or Antonio. I'm gonna say Antonio. Pretty set on Ronaldo to King. Would you use another free transfer for Gilmore to Foden and bench Antonio? No, I don't think. I mean, without seeing the rest of the team, it's difficult. But I feel like that's a lot of money you're locking into that position. You might need that in the coming weeks for a different move. I mean, Foden is probably going to outscore Antonio this week, but I don't know if I'd use a transfer to bench Antonio, really go out of my way to do it. Like some people have got such a good team, they could bench Antonio, but I don't think you should make a transfer to do it, really. Antonio to João Pedro, Trossard to Raphinha, Lucas Moura to De Bruyne, -8, borderline wildcard territory. If you've already got a Watford captain, you don't need to go out of your way to get a second one. So Antonio to Pedro doesn't need to be done. If you can just do Trossard to Raphinha, that seems okay. And Lucas Moura to De Bruyne. I guess you got to do Antonio to Pedro to fund it. I don't really like the sound of it though, to be honest. I don't think you need that -8. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I'll answer this one now, even though it's down the queue. Would you not just roll a transfer? Otherwise, you'll need to take a -8 next week if you want to bring in Salah and replace Alonso, who blanks. So, I'm not massively worried about Alonso right now because next week I've got Dawson that plays Watford at home. Right, so potentially I could have double Watford attack against my one defender. But I think I'm okay with playing Dawson against Watford at home. So as long as there's no other injuries, which there could be, and I do need to get rid of Alonso, but I don't know if I need to do it next week. And also, if Man United have a double in 25, there is every chance I go without Salah for game week 24. It would be a risk, potentially, but it's just 1 week. Although it's the second week after I didn't go with him for Leicester last time, and that was horrible to watch. But I could go without him for game week 24 and captain someone different. Maybe Foden, maybe Jota, someone like that. And then in game week 25, I'm going to captain a Man United player anyway. And then in game week 26, if Salah doubles, well, obviously, I'm going to bring him straight in. So there is a chance I just go without Salah for another 2 weeks. I'm not saying definitely, but that is in my plans right now. There's no guarantee that Salah plays 24 as well, right? Alonso to Laporte. Well, this week, possibly. Again, Alonso to Laporte. I got to be honest. Half the problem is I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Like genuinely, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell's about to happen. So Alonso to Laporte, right, is not a bad transfer. Right? I like it, but potentially, if I wanted double Man United in 25, this is the thing. I don't know if I want Fernandes and Ronaldo. This is half the problem. I don't know if I want that, but I need to get Salah back at some point, and Ronaldo is my way of doing that. So do I just do it this week and go to De Bruyne, for example, and then just get Fernandes in for 25, then maybe get Salah back? I don't know. I don't know if I need double, but at some point the Ronaldo, if I don't work out a way to have Ronaldo and Fernandes, then at some point Ronaldo's got to go. So maybe it should be this week. But I don't think I'm going to do Alonso to Laporte yet. It's a good move, I think, in isolation, but I just think it's another transfer I've used. And maybe I'm worried about Game Week 25 too much. I mean, in Game Week 24, I maybe don't need to use a transfer, so I could just roll. It's not a bad option, though. It's not a bad option. It's funny how everyone's forgotten about Coutinho. Yeah, that happens, though, right? Doubles get announced, your focus gets you refocus somewhere else or whatever. I really don't know what I'm doing. Literally. Antonio to João Pedro. Oh, I did that one. Would you do Ronaldo and... Oh, man. Why does this... This always breaks my chat. Would you do Ronaldo and Gray to Dennis and De Bruyne -4? I mean, I could literally do that, and I'm probably not going to do it. Probably not going to do it. Who is the better captain pick this week between Trent and Cancelo? I think that's pretty tough, to be honest. I think Cancelo maybe has a slightly easier fixture, and I think Liverpool are a little bit weaker than Man City right now. They're obviously missing Salah and Mane, so I'd maybe say Cancelo just about, but I think it's pretty close. I mean, I would never back against like Trent, you know, if that's who you want to captain. Is doing half the Ronaldo to Salah move this week to Dennis Pedro a good option, simultaneously attacking the double game week and saving a -4 next week? Yes, but only if that Watford player is going to be in your plans longer term anyway, because I could do the same, for example. Just do Ronaldo down to João Pedro or Dennis and leave it at that. But long term, I don't want double Watford. So if you then have to use another transfer to swap that player out. Obviously, if they've got like a hat-trick or something, 2 or 3 goals over this double, then you've got the points to spend on the extra transfer. But if they don't, then it's an extra transfer and you're probably down on points. Head on to Salah till now. Worth switching to De Bruyne. My initial instinct is to say no, but if you're going to swap Salah to Fernandes in 25, possibly, then you could just do De Bruyne now and Fernandes later. But I'd probably just hold on to him and hope he's back for 24. If you've come this far. You're a brave man, Captain and King, after what happened last week. I mean, half my team blanked last week, so I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. Bench 1, Cucurella, Cash, Greenwood, or Bowen. I mean, Greenwood keeps starting right now. West Ham's not easy, though. I'd probably bench one of Cash or Cucurella. Who have Villa got? Everton away, obviously, and Cucurella's Leicester away. I'd probably bench Cucurella, maybe. Dawson out for which one of Luca Dean, Laporte? Probably Laporte. I always have one to play of Dawson, Dallo, Emerson. Yeah, probably Laporte. Cedric Hasgar, no question here. We just want to let you know you're an absolute legend in our mini league. Thanks for the great work. Keep it up. P.S. Trossard for captain. No chance. So thank you very much for that. If you don't go Salah and he bangs. Yeah, look, so be it. The same thing happened a few weeks ago, right? And he didn't do it. I mean, he nearly did. We shouldn't... let's not forget, right? Mahrez has been given a week off by Man City. Let's say Egypt get to the semi-final or something. There is a chance Salah's going to miss 24. I'm not saying it's very likely, but there is a chance, right? Or he could have his minutes managed. It's not just to playing the games, obviously. He's used to that. He's a fit player, etc. I guess you got a bit of travel as well. Depends how far Egypt get. Maybe they won't get that far. But you don't know, right? Isn't future-proofing with Villa players worth it this week? Debatable, really. I think Villa players are fine, but I don't think they're like must-have or anything this week. Fager Strommans. Have Kane, Antonio Watkins, but no Watford. Gray and Lucas Moura, but no Raphinha. We'll drop Kane when Salah is back. Get rid of Kane and Gray Moura for King and Raphinha. I mean, Harry Kane. I mean, there are rumours. I've been messaged to say I don't know how legit it is. Right? I like sometimes I get info and it's got like a blue tick and you can kind of trust it. This is from someone I don't really know. They've said that Brighton Spurs could go into Game Week 26. A few other people have since said, oh yeah, I've heard that as well. So I don't know if it's like grapevine stuff, Chinese whispers, but Kane possibly could have a double in 26. So I don't know if I'd really want to. It's Chelsea though, isn't it? That's the only thing. But then it's Southampton. It ain't that bad. I get it though. You got no Watford attacker. Oh, would I sell Kane or Antonio or Watkins? I'd possibly sell Antonio before Kane. It's tricky. It's really tricky. Like you could easily make the wrong decision. Egypt plays Ivory Coast, one of the best teams in African Cup of Nations. High chance to get knocked out. Yeah, of course, but who knows, right? It's football. I'm not saying they're going to get through. I'm just saying, who knows? Who knows? And I'm also not saying a lot of stuff right now. I'm not saying I'm definitely not going to have Salah, but I think there is a chance that happens where I just don't own him for 24. I should probably just make no transfer because I don't know what I'm doing. Have 2 free transfers for next week and call it quits at that. Current wildcard plans, absolutely just wing it. Wing it. See what happens next week. Do I need a wildcard next week? If I do, maybe hit it. Any chance of Arsenal Burnley getting called off? I mean, we haven't seen anything about that. They've done their press conferences as far as I know, so this should be okay. But who knows, right? Both those teams. I mean, Arsenal have just played, right? Against Liverpool. So I don't think they're going to call it off from their side. Maybe the Burnley side. I've not seen any talk about it though. Have Ramsdale and Guaita. Seems like Butler might be first choice now. Yeah, I would just play Ramsdale. I think you'll be okay. Would you swap Kane to Watkins now so got money for Salah or do? I don't usually like making a transfer to get money for a future move if I'm not using that money this week. I don't know if I would do Kane to Watkins. You might have a different thought process next week. Son to Raphinha seems better to me. Upgrade Steele to Foster for a hit. I mean the only there has to be some doubts about whether Foster starts twice. I'm going to assume he probably will. I'm pretty confident, but there has to be some doubts. So that's one reason maybe not to take the -4. But also, let's say Foster blanks in one game and your playing keeper also blanks. Then Foster has to get at least a clean sheet in the other one just to break even ahead of any saves. So I don't really know if it's worth a hit, to be honest with you. But on the flip side, if he is first choice keeper now, Watford still have 2 games to rearrange. So if they fall in different weeks to your main playing keeper, you could get a couple more double game weeks out of it. So I don't think the hit is bad. I don't think it's really needed. But if you really want to do it, I don't think it's that bad of a move either. Just call Ben. Yeah, I should just get Ben to do these deadline streams, really, shouldn't we? De Bruyne, Foden for Bernardo Silva. Have Bruno, Jota, King, Antonio. Yeah, well, I mean, De Bruyne is probably a little bit of a better option than Foden, possibly. But the thing is, there's a lot more money. So if that stops you doing other moves, I'd just get Foden. Raphinha does interest me, yeah. Yeah. He was originally going to be my transfer in this week, and then things went really bad. I would love to have just done that this week. Transfer in Raphinha, probably captain him. No double game week. Happy days. Kill my vibe. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Bring in Raphinha for Son and bench Bowen. I mean, you're going to have to bench Son anyway, right? Right now, you're benching Son. I mean, Raphinha is better than Bowen this week. So you could do that if it fits into your future plans as well. Check latest Man United tweet. Ronaldo is training. Yeah, but how's the neck? Is he training his neck? Is he doing neck exercises? That's what we're worried about right now. Let me... Why when you click into some... I've gone full screen. Why when you click into some... Oh, that's it. That's going to get demonetized now. I can't see Ronaldo in those training pictures. I'll take your word for it. An exercise. There you go. King or De Bruyne captain? King. Oh, look, come on. You got to captain double game week players. Come on. Would you not just roll a transfer? Oh, yeah, I've done that one. Back him into Foster or roll the transfer? I'd probably roll if you got another playing keeper, to be honest. Who to play? Luka Dean, Mount, Odegaard. Scared Odegaard will play CDM with Party Smith. Yeah, I'd probably play Luka Dean and Mount over those two. Need a third starting defender. Who would you buy for -4 instead of Keane? Have Cancelo and Arnold. Laporte or Luka Dean, probably. They'd probably be at the top of my list. What's that? Is your bad game week? Villa double miss this week and Watford double clouding thoughts to make not transfers? I'm not sure what you mean, to be honest. No one's talking about Saka. They have Burnley. Yeah, but they've also got 2 blanks coming up and no double. So no double this week anyway. Am I confident final will start? As confident as I ever am, but it's a Man City midfielder, so who the hell knows, right? I think I'm keeping Ronaldo. Whatever. The main question is, do I do... I mean, I like the earlier shout from, I think it was the FPL Banger podcast. Alonso to Laporte is a nice option. Gray to Raphinha also, or Antonio to Dennis. I'm tempted. The thing is, if West Ham's fixtures were a little bit different, like if it was Watford this week, then Man United, I definitely wouldn't sell Antonio to Dennis. I probably still shouldn't do it. How about Captain and Foden? Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest, right? You've come to the wrong place if you want me to say that Captain and a single game week player is good. Because I think I'd always go for the double game week player. Pretty much, right? Maybe if Burnley were the only team doubling this week, would I still captain a double game week player? Maybe not in that scenario. But I think King or Dennis versus Norwich at home, Burnley away is fine. It's fine. Watford have a second fixture. Yeah, Watford's fixture's a long time away. It's like, what is it? It's like 15 days away or something. Isn't it a bit risky to captain their players? Yeah, of course. There's some risk, right? They could get injured in the next 2 weeks, but whatever. Got to do it. They could also not get injured and play both the games and score really well. I'm going to put King ahead of Dennis for captain, but you know me. If you want to go for Dennis, go for it. Okay, but let's talk. Okay. It's like I was like I don't know, lagging or something, buffering. Let's say I keep Antonio, I keep Ronaldo this week. Maybe I make no other transfers. Let's say I do Gray to Raphinha. The only thing is, Gray has Newcastle next week and then Leeds. Do I have to sell him? Maybe not. Let's say I do Gray to Raphinha. That gives me 2.9 million in the bank. So that's game week 23 done. Let's say I don't get another Watford player in. Do you know what we need, actually? Do you know what we need? We need live FPL. That's what we need. Man United are pretty bad, yeah. I'll give you that. Okay, let me bring up live FPL. And let me see, does this work? Kind of works, okay. So this is the actual team. As it stands. So let's say I do Gray to Raphinha. Bench Trossard for now. That's the team for this week. So playing Antonio, playing Ronaldo. If Ronaldo doesn't play, Trossard comes on. Game week 24. And this is bearing in mind, Man United might be doubling in game week 25. So in game week 24, I'm losing the plot now. In game week 24, I've got 2 players blanking, Trossard and Alonso. I don't have to make a transfer next week. I could just play Dawson. And then in game week 25, with 2.9 million in the bank, I've got Man United. I've got Ronaldo captain if I want to for game week 25. Although this doesn't include how the hell I get how the hell I get Salah back. And Trossard might have a double game week as well. So I could do Alonso to Cucurella and have 3.5 in the bank for, what, I don't know, a rainy day or something. That's the move. You captain Ronaldo in 25. Everyone else captains Fernandes. He outscores him. Now, according to Ben, he doesn't think that Villa are very likely to get a double in 24 now. So I'm not really worried about that. Yes, of course. In game week 24, it is a little bit of risk. So potentially, I could have Cucurella, Trossard, Ronaldo, and De Gea in goal. So that gives me 4 double game week players in game week 25. And I've still got Raphinha there looking good. And then in game week 26, we have to get Salah back. I mean, Ronaldo will have Leeds. So would I even want to do it? But I probably would because Liverpool have got Norwich. So I think this is the week that I sell Ronaldo to whoever. Calvert-Lewin, Watkins, maybe. Possibly Watkins this week, to be fair. So let's put Watkins in. And then I've got to sell one of these to Salah. And it would probably be Trossard. Boom. Salah's in, Ronaldo's out. Job done. I don't know if anyone out. The problem is... But the problem is, for this is where it gets really annoying. Trossard might have a double that week, and I don't know if Salah definitely will. And if Kane doubles in that week, I'd probably want to do Ronaldo to Kane, so I wouldn't even get Salah back. So I just don't know if I want to do the Raphinha move. I'm thinking I should probably just... I should probably just roll. No, Leeds... No, according to Ben, there'd be no doubles in 24 now. No doubles in 24. That's what he thinks is likely. But as we've seen, right, what he thinks is likely and what actually happens are not always the same thing because this season's crazy. So who knows? There might be a double in 24. We don't know. Why wait so long to get Salah back? Because of the double game weeks. Why am I separate with Raphinha? Raphinha's great. He's got Newcastle at home. Good fixtures. Happy days. Do you know what I'd love? Do you know what I would love? 20 minutes before the deadline, we get the Watford team news and Dennis isn't starting. How good would that be? Probably not great for you lot, but good for me. I don't think that's likely, by the way. Do, 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 do. Yeah, but the difference between Raphinha and Dennis is I don't have to sell Antonio or Ronaldo to get Raphinha. No, this isn't clear way. This is literally just like cherries and berries squash from Tesco. Well, I do have the clear way, but this isn't it. Surely you don't want to go without Salah for Leicester and Burnley. Look at how much single game week players outscored double game week last week. Yeah, but you can't do that. You can't just look at a week and because it happened that week say that it's going to... Because single game week players outscored double ones last week doesn't mean it's more likely going forward. I mean, Salah is a pretty good player to do that. But that's not what I would think about it. Think of all the other double game week players that have done really well in the past. Why can't that happen again? Oh, if King's on the bench, I've given up. Although if King was on the bench, it would make my transfer pretty easy, I guess. Remember a time when people wanted 3 premium players? That was a fun time. Ronaldo, Lukaku and Salah. People wildcarded to get that. Now look at it. The other reason I don't really want to bring Dennis in is because I would just be hoping he blanks. I mean, how much does that suck? De Bruyne or Foden better long term? I mean, I'm going to say Foden because I just think the money saved is better. So yeah, Mora to Raphinha and bench Cristiano Ronaldo or roll. Probably roll if you got a bench. Play Antonio or Smith Rowe. Antonio. Bruno to De Bruyne. I'd probably keep Bruno now, to be honest. Start Pookie. I start Pookie against Watford instead of Gray against Villa. My point is, you will want Salah in the premium double play in that week. Does this mean wildcard might be a good strategy? It might be, yeah. But I think like if a team is doubling and I'm not going to captain Salah, then Salah is less of a worry for me. I'm not sitting here saying that Salah's bad. Like, of course, I would rather have Salah in the perfect team, but I've got to manage what I've got, right? Like, if Man United double in 25, I'm not going to captain Salah. Simple as that. I'm going to captain Ronaldo or Fernandes, or maybe even De Gea over Salah. Of course, I would rather have Salah as well, but to get Salah... I mean, to get Salah and Ronaldo is pretty tricky for me. I'd probably have to sell Jota or Foden, to be honest. I don't really see how else I do it. I mean, Dawson and Alonso are taking up a bit of cash, which is not ideal. But I think that's the only way to have it, is to sell one of Jota or Foden. Imagine planning this season exactly. It's so stupid, isn't it? I should just do Antonio Ronaldo to Dennis and just get it done. If I had Calvert-Lewin now, would I sell him? Possibly not. Well, if you've got any rumors, send them to me. Oh, I need the links. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get some early team news. I don't really know who's good for early Watford news. Like, Watford team news is not usually what we look for. Do 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 do. I cannot. The amount of times that comment has been spammed in chat. Can you believe that everyone's forgot about Coutinho? I've already answered it as well. Yes, people have forgotten about Coutinho. It's fine. Would you bench boost Sanchez against... Who would that be against? Leicester? I'll put my actual team up. Sanchez against Leicester. I mean, bench boost at the moment. The good news is, by the way, something I forgot to talk about of wildcard is the Premier League are meeting to discuss changes to how the postponements work. So I think there's going to be less. I think there's going to be less postponements. So that would make me not necessarily push me into a wildcard, but it make me less worried about wildcarding. Would I bench boost Sanchez, Luca Dean, Cody, and Antonio? I'm in an award. I'm in for an award for local league manager of the month with 20 points advantage. I mean, it depends what the reward is for the manager of the month, right? But potentially you could do it. I don't think it's that bad of a bench boost anyway. I think you'll get better weeks though. Text Ben Foster and see if he starts. If only I could do that. But he's getting ready to play anyway, isn't he? So he ain't going to be checking his phone. Who would you bench out? Coutinho, Kane, or Bowen? I mean... Coutinho, probably. Already have King, Calvert-Lewin, or Antonio for Calvert-Lewin or Antonio for Dennis. I'd probably just save. Or should I rather transfer Rudiger for Luca Dean because of future fixtures? I think that's a better move, to be honest. If I'm kind of tempted to do that myself now. Let's just not get Dennis in. Ooh. I don't know about. I mean, the double Watford forwards they're just not good going forward. They're just not good after this week. That's what I was saying earlier on the game week preview video. Yeah, Ronaldo's been training apparently, full training. Can you draft a wildcard that will allow bench boost next week? Not right now. Not giving it any thought. I don't have time to think about that, to be honest. Do, 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 do. Foden or Raphinha? I think Foden wins next kind of 3. One thing I will say is with the Watford, the fact that the fixtures like are so far apart for Watford, you really want, like, if you're only going for one forward, you really want that forward to outscore the other one today, because obviously it's a 2-week wait to see if they can change it. The next couple of weeks are going to be so mad. Yanis, do I bench Foster or Ramsdale? Is Gray and Calvert-Lewin to Foden and Watkins -4 worth it? Probably not. The thing to remember with, I guess, with Everton players is they will double at some point. I don't know how soon it's likely to be, though. That's the only thing. But they have got 3 fixtures to rearrange. I just don't know how likely it's going to be that they do them soon. Because the thing is, although I've said like Brighton and Spurs could go into game week 26, I just wonder if some other teams might go in there as well. Like, is there a possibility that other teams go in there? Maybe. Like Ben said, I was hoping a few double game week fixtures in game weeks 23, 25 and 26 would be announced while I was asleep, but only one fixture's been announced, which is Burnley versus Watford. I don't think any other fixtures will move to game week 23 yet, fair enough, but I'm confident that a few fixtures will move to 25 and 26. So could Everton go to 26? I don't know. I don't know, but maybe I should keep them because of that. I'm not even sure if it's like possible. But I wouldn't probably sell Gray and Calvert-Lewin, to be honest. If that was the question. Would you captain De Bruyne or captain King? King in for Antonio or Laporte in for Rudiger? If you've already got a Watford captain, you could just go for the second one. Cheers for the 2 months, by the way. You know Newcastle-Watford was a low-scoring game? Sure. I know I keep saying going forward when I'm talking about forwards. I need to start thinking of different words to use. Two-part question. 1, mount to Raphinha or play Antonio role? Probably play Antonio role. Are you worried about the 15-day gap between Watford games and the tiny break to West Ham? No. Not really. I just think Watford is just not going to rotate that much. I mean, so Watford play on Saturday the 5th of February, and then they play again on Tuesday, so there's only a couple of days break. But I don't think Watford have got the luxury of kind of rotating players too much, so I'd say probably not. Ahmed, thank you very much for the 6 months. Appreciated. Oh wait, hang on a second. Someone's just linked me a snippet from an article. Niha, it's from the Scout, right? So the Scout have replied to a question to someone. It said, this is obviously someone that said about Antonio to a Watford forward. They've said, yes, with a double game week for Watford and with David Moyes admitting Antonio is fatigued, describing him as out on his legs after the Leeds United game, it's a hit that should pay off. That's what the Scout thinks. Yeah, I'm not going to believe... Someone just linked me... Yeah, I'm not even going to read that out. Did Moyes actually say that? Let's have a look. By the way, I would not just... don't believe Twitter accounts of that have just suddenly come out with this big news out of nowhere that just happens to coincide with the stuff that everyone's talking about tonight. I don't think that's legit. It might be, but I don't think it is. Did he actually say that, David Moyes? I don't want to watch the video. Let's have a look. How does the scout know that? I'm trying to find the actual quote. Yeah, Neil didn't mention it. How does the scout know? Neil knows everything. Unless it's in a bit that Neil hasn't got to yet. Yeah, true. There is a break after this. FPL Acumen. Have you missed any major talking points on news? No, not really. I mean, I'm trying to... I have no idea what I'm doing, but apart from that... that's about it. Google Moyes Antonio out on his feet. You'll probably come up with... I know, that's like ages ago. But then again, we knew he was playing for a knock anyway, so I think he's okay. I think he's okay. I hope he's okay. Ahmed, sorry, I got double Watford, King and Dennis. Who the captain? I'm going to say King, but it's up to you. I still have my transfer. CR7 out. I'd probably just keep him. Yeah, roll. Andrew with Martin. Bringing De Bruyne from -4 or hold on Salah. I'd possibly just hold on to Salah for now. Who should I captain, De Bruyne or Dennis? Dennis, who would you play? Dennis and King on wildcard? Would I play Dennis and King on wildcard? Possibly, but I wouldn't. The thing is, one of those two will probably be a transfer out for you soon. So you don't want to also set up loads of other transfers as well. That's the only thing I would consider. Sell Ronaldo for Dennis. Already have King. So Ronaldo for Dennis, already have King. No, Son to De Bruyne and Grace Raphinha for -8. I wouldn't do all of them though. I don't think you need to do Ronaldo to Dennis. Can you do Son to... I would just do Son to De Bruyne or Grace Raphinha if you wanted to. The scout said it on the live blog on the Premier League. Yeah, no, I know it's been said. Like, it's legit that it's been said by the scout. I just can't find the quote anywhere else. I'm going to stick with him. Honestly, I don't post rumours, like rubbish rumours in the chat. Oh, you found the quote. We were chasing the game from 15 minutes in. It was really difficult to change him. He was out on his legs after the game. But again, what can we do? Yeah, so he's probably going to play again. But he might be knackered. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine for this week. And like I think it was Business Cat said it, he's going to have like 2 weeks off now. So hopefully that gives him the rest he needs. I mean, he has played a lot of minutes this season. Like I think we've kind of missed that he's pretty much played like 90 minutes in every game so far. Like, it's ridiculous, to be honest. This fixture run is just so good. Honestly, I tell you, all I'll say is this: if there's a source that I think is even in any way legit, I will share it. If not, it's probably a load of rubbish. That's all I'd say. That's all I'd say. Sell Ronaldo for Dennis. Oh no, done that one. Dennis or King captain. I'm going to say King. Was thinking of bench boost and have a full starting bench or best to use for double games. It depends how good it is this week, but you can probably save it. I would say. Triple captain, no chance. Antonio and Calvert-Lewin. Antonio and Calvert-Lewin to Dennis and King -4. Probably not. I'd maybe just do. Oh, if you're wildcarding in 24, if you're planning on doing that, then sure, go for it. But only if you're sure you're going to wildcard. Klaus, bench 2 of Alonso, Luka Dean, and Antonio. I'll bench 2. I'll probably bench both the defenders, to be honest. My only worry with rolling the transfer is I get to next week and I'm like, I just need to wildcard, and then I'll have 2 or 3 transfers and I won't want a wildcard. Can you explain the rationale of Captain and King? He's got 2 games. That is the whole rationale. That is all that needs to be said. He's got 2 games. And everyone else apart from Foster doesn't. And he's an attacker and Foster is a goalie. That's it. That is the rationale. Bench, Trossard to De Bruyne, Calvert-Lewin to Dennis. Already have King. No, I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, Trossard to De Bruyne might be okay. Owen João Pedro, is it differential enough or should I captain 2? I'd say that's definitely differential enough if you've got a different Watford forward to captain. -8 for Dennis, no double game week in the team, or am I crazy? I mean, in isolation, like moving a 1 player for Dennis for a hit might be okay if you need to captain him. Can you guarantee that João Pedro will outperform King? No, I cannot guarantee that, unfortunately. I need to decide on my freaking transfer. I kind of just want to roll. Am I crazy? You're not crazy to roll, no. I honestly, I could roll. I could roll the transfer this week. And just hope for the best. But like, if my main worry is I'm watching the game tonight. Dennis scores twice and King gets nothing, and I'm like, it's 2 weeks then about pain. 2 weeks of just absolute pain. Shouldn't make a transfer based on that though. Really, shouldn't make decisions based on that. But. Try to make a wildcard for your team. You're going to be surprised. Surprised which way? Like that I think it's good or that it's bad? What a tweet! Right? There's a Twitter account called Fess Hole, where you confess your sins. Someone says, when I dry my dog's paws after he's been in the garden, I pretend I'm the 4th official checking a player's studs. After I'm done, I give him a pat on the bum and say, have a good game, son. That's ridiculous. I'm going to retweet that. It's funny. Anyway, FPL. Plan to roll a transfer and go Ronaldo to Salah next week for free. Now thinking Lucas Moura to Raphinha or Coutinho and bench CR7. I'd probably just play CR7, I think. Hello from not Australia. That was good, wasn't it? I might have to start doing that. Our like garden gets a bit like swampy in the winter, so you've got to constantly clean the dog's paws when it's wet. So I might do that to her. Stop spreading rubbish. Your team is messy because you can get a little too carried away with double game week players. I mean, not really. I'd say, Trossard, that's it. Trossard, that is it. Nothing else is because of double game weeks in my team. My team's not even that bad, I don't think. I mean, Gray, you can't say Gray was bad because he had a freaking double and then it got cancelled, so it wasn't even that bad. Josh King for the wall, maybe. Maybe. If he gets a hat trick tonight and Dennis gets nothing, maybe we'll consider it. Get that insider info on Ronaldo. I don't have someone that can give me team news on Man United. It was just once off earlier on. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even that helpful in the end because I ended up wildcard and it just wasn't a good wildcard at all. And when is the Man United game anyway? Is it... Oh, it's Saturday. So we should know. Like, people should know the team already. What to do with Son? Nothing in the bank. Can bench, but means playing grey. I mean, what? I don't know. Go for Foden, possibly. Raphinha, options, maybe. Theo, how's it going? Yeah, Foden, Raphinha, options. Use the money to fund something else. It depends on your team, right? Start Charlie Taylor, Maguire, or so far. You got to start Charlie Taylor for the fun, right? Start Charlie Taylor for the fun of the double game week. I already got King and Dennis. Who the captain? King. Should I roll or get rid of... Oh, no, I've done that one already. Bernardo, Rudiger, and Steele to Raphinha, Laporte, and Foster. Maybe if that's a -4. I don't know if I would do it for a -8. It looks alright. Good long-term moves. João Pedro scores all the goals for Watford. It could happen. I was tempted to do Antonio to João Pedro because it gives me a bit of extra breathing room with money. But I think I need to reassess whether I need Ronaldo and Fernandes for a double game week. Bernardo Silva or Lucas Moura and CR7 to De Bruyne and Dennis for a -4, or just CR7 to Dennis. Have King already. I'd probably just do neither, to be honest. Get rid of Martinelli, Gray, or Trossard for Foden. I mean, I quite like Martinelli if you can get around the blanks. So maybe Gray? Play 2 of Bernardo, Dallo, and Reguilon. Probably Bernardo and Dallo. Could the Spurs game be tight? No, maybe I don't know. Dallas got like an easier fixture on paper. Man United defence, iffy. Or maybe I play Bernardo and Reguilon actually. If I was in your shoes, I'd probably roll the transfer. Next game, you'd probably want to get Salah. But I don't know about Salah. Maybe. The problem with rolling and saying that I'm going to get Salah back, the only way to do it is to sell Ronaldo. And if he's got a double in 25, I'm just not going to do it, I don't think. But at least I'd have 2 free transfers, right? To think about what the hell I want to do. Why Foster over De Gea just for the extra fixture? Precisely. There's no official sort. Like, Dennis is fine. Unless we hear our voice, Dennis is fine. Stop believing idiots on Twitter. Boo-doo-doo. I'm not answering any more of those questions. Forced into wildcard. Foster, Cancelo, the current bench. Coutinho, Lukadim. Does Coutinho come on? No, I don't think so. Maybe for Tierney, possibly. That's for Adam. Is it definitely the best idea to captain a double game week player if there's a single game week player we think will do better? You should... Captaincy is simple, right? Just captain the player you think will score the most points. If that's a single game week player, go for it. It definitely is not what I'm going to do, though. Maguire in next game week for Alonso. I love it. Probably not, but I love it. I mean, Maguire... I mean, Lindelof's not going to play, right? But Maguire got benched last game. I'd be a little bit worried about that. Am I sure that Foster's preferred over Backman? I wouldn't say 100% sure, but he came in last week. I'd say play. Ronaldo to Dennis captain and Trossard to Sterling for a -4. I don't think now is... I mean, the fixtures are good for Man City, but I don't think I would do that. Not to just get Sterling right now. I mean, if he plays, he's going to be fine, but I don't know. I don't think you'll want to keep Sterling that long. I guess if you want, well, you're not even going to captain him because you're going to captain Dennis, so probably not. We just dropped Foster on WhatsApp. He's probably watching the stream. I say definitely isn't. Hold Son for Southampton or go Raphinha or Coutinho. I mean, there's no guarantee that Son will be back. So if you need the money, especially later on, you could just do it. To Raphinha. Antonio or Calvert-Lewin. Probably Calvert-Lewin at the moment. De Bruyne, Holding coming. No plans to get him. Not for me, no. I'd have to sell Ronaldo. Khalid, how's it going? More for Foden from -4 would have to bench Antonio. No, I probably wouldn't do that. Foden or De Bruyne. I think Foden just because of the money. Magnus, thank you. Let's go. Bench 1. Foden, Watkins, Antonio, or Bowen. Probably Antonio. Rich, got King, but thinking Ronaldo to Dennis, then a -4 to upgrade Gundogan to De Bruyne. Have Gundogan to start at the moment. What do you reckon? You could do that, yeah. I'd rather have De Bruyne than Gundogan, I think. And I guess he's a pretty good placeholder as well, right? There's no guarantee that Gundogan starts. I mean, he could do, but there's no guarantee that happens. With the Sterling question as well, the fact that Mahrez has been given a week off means Sterling should play, but I guess going forward, Mahrez will be a bit of a problem. Aloe Black. Lucas Moura to Raphinha or Coutinho? Raphinha. I do prefer Raphinha over Coutinho. He's definitely more likely to start. I'm sure Gerrard's going to want to get Coutinho into the 11 as soon as possible, like week in, week out, but match fitness is probably going to be an issue for him for a couple of weeks. I think that De Bruyne will probably, if I had to put money on it, I'd probably back De Bruyne to maybe score a little bit more than Foden, but I just think the money difference is just huge. It just doesn't make De Bruyne a better option necessarily. If you're going to captain someone, you probably want to go for De Bruyne, but I think Foden's a perfectly good. Like, I guess the question, always can Jota cover Salah, etc. I think Foden probably can cover De Bruyne if you want to use that word. I have King, Antonio, or Watkins, Dennis, or Roll. Probably Roll. Bench who's now Sanchez, Rudiger, Gray, and Trossard on the bench. You could do, but I'd probably wait. Bench on a Bowen, Watkins, Tony. Tony, probably. I think. Out of 10. I don't... Out of 10, game is about options. João Pedro, Laporte, Raphinha, De Bruyne. Also, any idea on consistency this year? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. João Pedro, I'm going to say 8 this week. Laporte, 7. Raphinha. Raphinha's like a 9. He's playing Newcastle. De Bruyne, we'll say 9 as well for this week. For this week. I have Foden, Sterling, Bowen, Jota. Should I replace Maddison? You got Foden, Sterling, Bowen, Jota, Maddison. Also got King, Antonio, Watkins. I think you just roll, to be honest. Just maybe deal with Maddison next week if you need to. Kemsley, thank you very much. Bobber Nowak. Bench Tierney, Watkins, or Antonio. Probably Tierney. Twitter news, Twitter news, right? Unless it's coming from a good source, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not going to share it. I know people could then say, "Well, you didn't share it and you should have," but unless it comes from a good source, I don't think there's any point. Am I rolling? I might do, to be honest. I really might do. I'm just not sure what to do. So I feel like I've got a captain in place. Dennis could massively kill me, but what's new, right? What's new for this season? I already have Foden. I want to bring in Sterling and King instead of Ronaldo and Gray. Sterling. I want to attack this game week. Yeah, you could do. I don't particularly like that move, but yeah, sure. Sterling should start. King should play both. Happy days. Swap Van Dijk for Cody and Son for Fernandes. I wouldn't be going out my way to do that this week. No. Proper Yorkshire gamer. Williams, Gray, Alonso on the bench. Which would be best order? Brandon Williams. Probably Gray, then Alonso, then Williams. How am I getting Salah back? I'm not sure yet. And to be again, just to reiterate, if Man United double in 25, I don't think I'll get Salah in 24. But things could change. Excuse me, things could change. FPL Dolly, how's it going? Love the relatively chilled deadline stream. I feel quite chilled, even though it's like chaotic. Would you start Alonso or Cash this week? Probably Alonso. De Bruyne or King for captain? King. Smith Rowe or Saka to Raphinha? Smith Rowe. I mean, Saka's guaranteed start. It feels like I've been saying this all season, but I think you definitely keep Saka over Smith Rowe. Bring in Foden or Raphinha for Gray. Foden, if money's not an issue. Lucas Moura and Cavani to Raphinha and King -4. Yes, definitely. Cavani's a doubt. Lucas Moura, he's okay, but Raphinha and King much better. Thinking Mount to De Bruyne and Antonio to Dennis, keeping King and Ronaldo. It sounds okay if you want De Bruyne. Yeah, you need to fund it. Bench one of Watkins, Maddison or Bowen. Leicester got Brighton at home, haven't they? I don't think I'd want to bench Watkins this week, so probably Maddison. I just think Bowen could get something against Man United the way we're defending at the moment. Raphinha or Sterling. Chance of Sterling starting back-to-back game weeks. Yeah, possibly. There is a bit of a break, though, so Marius might be back next week to make that a bit of an issue. I think I prefer Raphinha, though. Just because of the money saved. Yeah, Gray over Trossard's interesting. I'm going for the attack the lesser defense option, basically. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I just think Villa defense is probably better than Leicester right now. But it's a tricky one because I think Gray is a better option generally than Trossard. But I think I'm going to play Trossard. I know I'm going to regret it, but that's what I'm going to do. Bernardo Silva or Lucas Moura to Raphinha or Coutinho? Probably. I mean, Lucas Moura is probably Lucas Moura to Raphinha. Do I have to sell Ronaldo for Watkins? Nope. You don't have to. Especially if you've already got Dennis and Antonio. I'd probably just keep Ronaldo. Would you get in Raphinha? Remember I said about getting Ronaldo last week though, and he didn't start the first freaking game. Where am I? Would you get in Raphinha and Foden for De Bruyne? Or De Bruyne and Dennis? Raphinha and Foden or De Bruyne and Dennis? Got King. I think Raphinha and Foden probably. We have got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left. Bruno Fernandes' fear of missing out is strong. I'm not that worried really, to be honest. I mean, bearing in mind, no one was even talking about him before last game week. I get it, though. Bit of a formation change. People are liking him. I get it. Huge wow. 10 months. Thank you very much. So, CR7 and Gray for De Bruyne and Dennis have King already. No, I don't think so. A lot of people are asking that. I could do that as well. I'm not doing it. That's just me. Rip Meatloaf. Rip Meatloaf indeed. Do you know what we used to do? You used to go to, this is how old I am. You used to go to my mate's house because his dad had surround sound. And he used to listen to Battle of Hell because the motorbike bit would go through the speakers around the room. It was really cool. Surround sound, Battle of Hell. Having to listen on like a CD player. Oh my god, I'm so old. Thoughts on wildcard or moves for Salmon? Foster, Trent, Reguilon. Sounds alright. Cancelo, Gray, Bowen, Mount, Jota, Dennis, Morpay. So all sounds okay to me. I don't think you need to wildcard if that's the question, to be honest. -8 for De Bruyne, Foster, Raphinha. I got Foden and Cancelo. I doubt you need a -8, but I mean, it depends who you're taking out. Potentially, if you're taking out really bad players, possibly, but you probably don't need a -8. Am I going to roll? Probably. I think. I'm waiting to see if we get any team. I don't know. Oh, one of the guys, Team News and Ticks, said he won't get any team news pre-deadline, which is a shame. I don't know. I feel like if we knew what my main problem with like making a transfer this week, I just don't know what the hell next week brings. Like, could we get like double game weeks in 25, 26? Would that completely change my thoughts? I mean, I've not had a chance to roll a transfer for so long. It's essentially, like if you essentially, I'd be selling Antonio for Dennis. That is probably the move if I want to get another double gaming player. Otherwise, it's Gray to Raphinha. I don't necessarily really want to keep Gray, but I mean, 24 and 25, it's Newcastle, Leeds. Then Southampton, it could have a double maybe at some point. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to make a move, is what I mean. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that Egypt won't get knocked out. I'm not saying that at all. Make your decisions based on what you already know is going to happen, not what might happen. Yeah, possibly. The thing is, I probably do want to get Salah back. I mean, I think like if I do Antonio to Dennis, for example, that is tempting. I'll just wish that I had. I'll just wish that I had Antonio back next week. That's my main worry. I know I'm going to wish I had Antonio. The only way to get Salah is to sell one of these two, Jota or Foden. I think Jota's still pretty good value, but I could just do that. So Dennis does give me a bit of flexibility, and if there is a double game week in 25, I can just ignore Salah for now, work out a way to get Fernandes instead. Probably for one of these two, and just keep Ronaldo. And obviously, I've always got Ronaldo to Salah as like a backup plan. I don't know. I just don't know. I think if I only have King captain tonight, I'm not sure I can watch the game. I'm not sure I can watch the game. Imagine Dennis smashes it. Do. Ronaldo sucks, you sound. I probably should. Sion UK. Antonio and Gray to King and Foden for a -4. No City mids. If you don't have a Watford player already, then yeah, I'd probably do that. Naf -8 for De Bruyne, Foster, Raphinha. Oh no, I did that one. Should I bring in Sterling or De Bruyne suit? Probably De Bruyne. Had it. I have DC, Antonio, Ronaldo. Can't decide Dennis or King. I'm leaning on King to Antonio as Calvert-Lewin has more upcoming doubles. Yeah, I like it. You seem more angsty tonight. Do I? I feel like I'm way more like chilled. Like, almost like too much. Almost just too chilled. I'm quite tired. I went to the gym today. It was leg day today. And I'm really trying to like push through, like progress. I'm very tired. I probably should have eaten more before I came on. We still got, let's have a look. Nearly got like 1,200 calories still to eat. It's leg day, that's it. I'm not angsty. I'm just tired. Leg day. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty calm. I don't feel like I'm angsty at all. I feel like I'm pretty calm. That was earlier in the stream though, that super chat, I'm sure, so. Oh god, how much do I squat? So wait till you tell you I don't do squats on leg day. I don't do barbell back squats on leg day. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. We can talk about it afterwards if you want. There's 13 minutes to go to the deadline. We probably shouldn't start talking about the gym too much. I'm still trying to wait for some team news as well. I'm hoping we get something from someone good. I just don't know if we're gonna. I tell you what, I can feel like a last minute Antonio to Dennis move coming on. I don't know. I really don't know. Bench Antonio or 100 kg. There's no way I could bench 100 kg. Who to start? White, Cucurella or Reguilon? Probably White. Best Man City centre back to get. I think I'd probably get Laporte right now. Ronaldo to Watkins and Mount to De Bruyne. Considering Mount's lack of play last couple of weeks and just to move money to the midfield. I don't particularly like it, especially if it's for a -4. But if you want De Bruyne, go for it. Play Alonso or Brownhill? Probably Alonso. Worth playing Brownhill or leave him on the bench? I'd probably leave Brownhill on the bench, to be honest. Sell Son for De Bruyne or Bruno or bank transfer? Probably De Bruyne. Foden or Raphinha? I'm going to say Foden next 3. Yeah, don't forget to confirm the changes either. Early. Stephen Gates, thank you very much for coming a member. On wildcard, CR7 or Bruno? I'd probably go Bruno, to be honest, right now. Saka or Martinelli? Martinelli's a bit cheaper, isn't he? Dennis or Pedro? Dennis, for sure. Come on, someone must have early team news for us. My transfer, I don't think I'm going to transfer out anymore. I don't think I'm going to transfer out Alonso or get Raphinha this week. I think I'm either rolling or I'm going to do Antonio to Dennis. Manchester City are in talks to sign River Plate striker Julian Alvarez. All right. They're still going to play a false 9. Has Watford Burnley been postponed? Not yet, no. But who knows, right? I'm keeping Ronaldo. I don't think I'm selling Ronaldo. Start Ramsdale with De Gea. Oof. Ramsdale, I think. I have Saka. Do I play him or do Gray to Raphinha? Just play Saka, I think. Should I go Gray to Ramsey and Rudiger to Laporte for a -4? No, probably not. Don't think so. Gallagher, Madison, or Odegaard sell for De Bruyne? Probably Odegaard. Get Raphinha. I know I should just get Raphinha, but why am I talking myself into keeping Gray? The fix is just good, and he's got so many game weeks to rearrange. I'm talking myself into it. I'm not doing Ronaldo to Dennis. Just look at Antonio's fixtures. Yeah, I know. Antonio's fixtures are good after this. Maybe I should just go back to my Gray to Raphinha move. You just know that double will get announced, and then it'll be like he's got like 5 doubles in a row or something. I know. I've been talking about Raphinha for weeks. I know. But I think I really just need a way to get Salah back, I think. Like, or have a way to, if I need to get Salah, get him back. I think I need 2 free transfers for it. Why don't you do Trossard to Raphinha? No, probably not. I mean, there's rumours that Trossard could have doubles soon, like 25 and 26. So I think I've got to keep him. Who knows what happens next week, though? It could be another double game week. I don't know what double game week. I'm going to set out the move. I think I probably will do it. I think I'll probably do Antonio to Dennis. And then I'll just hope he blanks because his effective ownership will be over 100%. Alonso can stay one more week. I do need to get rid of him soon. Trossard didn't start the second match in the double. I know. I'm hoping the majority of the time he'll start, though. Try to send a player to hope he blanks. I know. Don't kill my vibe. I'm listening to Sigrid. That's my missus. I think she's just got king, captain, and no other double game week players at all. I wouldn't buy. By the way, I wouldn't buy Dennis because of effective ownership. By the way, if that was the case, I would just captain him, right? Shouldn't whistle down the mic. The only thing... I don't know. Antonio's got such a good fixture. I don't really want to do it. The only thing I will say is if at any point I need to captain a West Ham player, I'm just going to captain Bowen anyway. If I next week's preview video will be why did I add Dennis and now I have 2 Watford forwards? True. That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm jumping on... There's 5 minutes left. I'm jumping onto live FPL really quickly just to kind of... see what awful position I'm going to be in. I mean, there is a chance I wildcard next week. I think there is a chance. I'm not completely ruling it out. Foster in as well. Oh, I've not even done like fan team or anything. Oh, I'll forever regret not having Raphinha. You're correct, yeah. Captain King, Vice Captain Jota. Have I taken a hit? No, not yet. I'm not going to take a hit anyway. I really need to pee. My bench is not looking good next week at all. The site hasn't crashed for weeks. Chill. Ranieri might say keep 2 clean sheets. Yeah, I said that same thing last week because they're relegation rivals. The games could be quite close. Oh, Dennis. Dennis has killed me all season. Why not let him do it one more week? No early team news that I've seen. None at all. James got injured 4 years ago and I still have him. Yeah, that can happen in FPL. That can happen in FPL. I don't know what I think. My gut instinct is just to stick, but I mean, I'm probably gonna roll. I'm gonna roll and just wish I got Raphinha. That would probably be the move. I mean, I could get. I think if it, yeah, Trossard's killing me a bit because Trossard blanks next week. But if he's got a doubles in 25 and 26, do I really want to get rid of him? But if Trossard wasn't doubling, I'd probably sell him over Gray because he's a bit more expensive, and he does blank next week. I'm gonna have no bench next week whatsoever. Well, I could sell Livramento next week because I have got a lot of cash in the bank, but I can't go to someone too expensive. It is a long break. The long break doesn't really make me want more 1-2 free transfers though. Really, it's just just not sure. Sorry, I'm probably not going to be able to answer too many more like questions, super chats. Just too many. We've only got like a minute left anyway. Okay, I'm going to lock in. I'm not going to get Dennis. I'm not going to do it. I don't want him from next week. I could regret it. I just hope Antonio plays, and I hope Antonio plays next week. And I hope, obviously, Ronaldo plays as well. My team's a mess. I feel like my team is a mess, but it's not that bad. I don't know. I feel I need a green arrow just to kind of get over it. Yeah, I've answered loads of questions about Ronaldo to King. I wouldn't do Ronaldo to King or Dennis unless you had you didn't already have another Watford player, to be honest. It's the only reason I'd sell Ronaldo. I think now that there's a chance that he plays again in 25 as a double, I think I have to keep him. Rami, 5 months. Played Dallo, Reguilon, and Cucurella. My goalkeeper's De Gea. Cucurella, probably. I'm probably going to regret it, yeah. Look, do you know what? If I bought in Dennis and he blanked, then people would say, oh, you regret that. Like, do you know what I mean? You're never going to get it both ways. Like, half of you, if I didn't roll, half of you would just say you should have rolled. It's the same every week, right? Are we actually locked? We're locked. No Dennis, no transfers. Job done. It is a double game week, I know. If Dennis goes mad tonight, so be it, right? It's happened already this season. I think it's better for the long term, but the way FPL is going, it might not be the way. I've just seen that Ben's done Calvert-Lewin to Dennis, which probably means he doesn't think that Everton are getting a double soon, which now worries me. Maybe I should have just got rid of Gray. But he also has Gray as well, so I don't know. We'll see. Dennis effective ownership will be over 100%, yeah. So whoever... You've still got De Gea and goal. I did just double check, but I don't. I don't. In before Foster's bench for Backman. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. João Pedro, Captain Lot. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I did like the review in the top 5 teams? And one of them had João Pedro in, and I was like, I'm not sure about him. And then he scores against Newcastle. That guy's now in the top 5, I think, overall. And now he's got João Pedro for his double, along with King, I think. So he's absolutely loving it. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about the room. It's just people being idiots, probably. I mean, it might be true, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. Captain Dennis in the last 3 seconds, nice. De Bruyne captain, nice. Rockstar won't tweet for another 12, 13 or so minutes. Yeah, no deadline now to the 8th of February, so we've got a lot of time off. Got, what is it, 10, 19 days off. Which ain't bad. You were warned about Antonio. Yeah, I know, but I'm taking the risk that he starts. Who else are they going to play up front? They're going to run him into the ground and give him 2 weeks off, hopefully. You went Foster captain as two huge clean sheets with loads of saves will help in your mini league. It will if it pays off. Am I staying for captain? I don't think so. Raphinha captain, nice. If there was no double game week, I probably would have captained Raphinha, to be honest. Oh, is Antonio playing in the... Oh, is he? Okay. Well, if he's playing for Jamaica... Jamaica got fixtures? Hang on. Freaking... I lose it with... Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. Has he been called up again? Oh, it's World Cup qualifiers as well. Oh, shit. Seriously, is Antonio about to play 3 fixtures? Oh, my God. Why did I not look that up? If Antonio plays those 3 fixtures for Jamaica, that is kind of bad. That is kind of bad. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. No, it says, yeah, qualifiers. 3 fixtures. They play Mexico at home on the 28th of January. Then they play World Cup qualifiers final round on the 30th of January. And then they play World Cup qualifiers final round 3rd of February. True, he doesn't always start for them, but he's still got to travel though. I mean, West Ham don't have anyone else they can really play. That's the only thing. Maybe I'll sell Antonio next week. Who knows? Who knows? What's the plan for content for the next few weeks? Good question. I need to think about it. I need to think about it. There's probably not a huge amount to do in the next week. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's a midweek as well, so it's literally like there's 2 weekends off. Which is nice. You don't usually get that. I'm sure Dennis will be starting. Relax. Well, I'm not staying on till the deadline till we get it anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a like. Obviously, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. And I will see you. We'll probably do a stream on. We'll probably do the usual stream on Sunday because it's only the Watford-Burnley match that's still left to play. So we can still talk about a lot of stuff. We just don't know what's going to happen in that game week. So we'll do a stream on Sunday as normal. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching. And I will see you soon. Good idea for content when King blanks. 24 hours crying in the shower challenge. I like it. I like it. Right, I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching. Come on, Josh King. Josh King, just outscore Dennis, please. Please. By a lot. It's not going to happen, is it? João Pedro will probably be the winner of this week. See you later.